Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Takeaway Tip Tuesday. It's Tuesday, October 17th, and I am Ramona Remisat. I am an intuitive guidance coach and angel therapy practitioner, and I help women who are fed up with listening to all the noise in the world from their friends, from their family, from the internet, from magazines, from gurus, experts, doctors, you name it, and teach them how to tune into, understand, and trust their own inner guidance so that they can take action in their lives and businesses without all of the fear and the worry and the overwhelm. So that's what Takeaway Tip Tuesday is all about, to share some tips and strategies around that. So thank you for tuning in. Before we get started with today's episode, I just want to share a couple of housekeeping items. First is next week's episode is also going to be at a different time, just like today's. So next week, again, we'll be here at noon Eastern time, which is 10 o'clock Mountain Time or 9 o'clock Pacific. So get that on your calendar next week, which will be, let me just check, October 24th. We at Takeaway Tip Tuesday will be at noon Eastern or 10 Mountain, 9 Pacific. The other housekeeping item I want to share with you is that if you're ready to really be able to tap into your inner guidance, you want to understand what the heck it actually means and then be able to trust it enough to take actions on that. That is what my Connect to the Power Within retreat is going to be all about. And that's going to be coming up in June 8th through the 10th, 2018. And if you would like to get on the interest list so that you are the first to know as details emerge about the retreat and when the early bird tickets are going to go on sale, etc., I will share a link at the end of this broadcast. I will put it underneath where you can go and get on the interest list. And as I said, as soon as the details emerge more about what's going to be happening at the retreat and when the early bird tickets are going to go on sale and all of that, you will be able to have first access to that. Okay, so all you have to do is go to the link that's going to be below, click it. You'll be asked for your name and your email, and then you will just have to double check your inbox to confirm that you definitely want that information, and then you're on the list. And just stay tuned for details as they come up. That's all there is to it. All right. Oh, hey, hi. We got some thumbs up. Who's on? Share. I want to know who's here. Let me know who's watching. Let me know where you're from if I don't know that already. Don't be shy and feel free to comment. This is interactive. I can't see who that was. That happened real quick. So let me know who's on. But today is actually part one of a 3-part series. I thought that'd be kind of fun. And the sort of inspiration for this series came because last week I was doing a lot of intensives with clients. I have a 3-hour intensive that I do where we go really, really deep to help people uncover what's most important to them, what just, feeds their soul. And the reason why that is so important is because when you know what that is, you can start to wrap everything in your life around that and align with your path and your purpose. There's a lot of people who are kind of spinning around, they're feeling lost, they don't really know where to go from here. They've maybe done something for many years in their career and they're ready to make a change, but they don't know what, or maybe they've been at home with their kids, or they're at different transition points. They just don't know where they want to go. And they get really stuck in their heads about that. So in this intensive, we go very deep about that. And what happens is, although we uncover that and you're like, yes, this is totally me, this is absolutely, what feeds my soul. But then as they start to move forward with that, our lovely friend fear comes knocking, right? So it's one thing to be very charged up and passionate about something, but as you start to think about the how that's ever going to happen for you, that's when fear comes up. And it's because we don't know what that future looks like, right? We're like, well, if I take this leap of faith or if I do these actions, I don't 100% know what's going to be on the other side. And that brings up a lot of fear and anxiety in people. And it's really, really sad because often that fear is what holds us back from all the wonderful stuff. It's like it's all right there. It's just on the other side of the fence. But so many people just can't get over that fence, right? And I want to share a story with you that really illustrates what I mean by this. And it's a true story. And it's about an Australian hospice nurse. Her name was Bronnie Ware. And as a hospice nurse, she surveyed over 800 patients who were in the final days of their lives. And she asked them if they had any regrets or if there was anything in their lives they wish they would have done differently. And the number one answer that people gave was this: I wished I would have had the courage to live a life that was true to myself and not the life that others expected of me. And I just got it again. I've shared this story numerous times, and every time I say those words, I just get chills, right? It's so sad. It is so sad to think of these people who've reached the end of their lifetime with regrets, feeling like, if only they would have had that courage to be true to themselves and not be listening to what everybody else expected of them. And that's really what I get passionate about, right? It's, again, stop the noise that's out there. We do have to take in some consideration from outside sources, but at the end of the day, you are the only one who can make your decisions. Nobody else can do it for you. You're the one living your life. Others don't pay your mortgage, right? Others don't, have to sit in your shoes. So at the end of the day, you have to do what feels right to you. And the best way to know that is to have a strong connection with your own inner guidance. And when you do what you're guided to do versus what your head tells you to do, life is amazing. Trust me, the right people show up for you, the opportunities are there, the money supports you, it all falls into place, right? But again, we let fear get in the way, we let others dictate things, and we just get taken on this crazy, crazy, crazy detour to who knows where. And those detours will always pull you further away from your path and purpose, not help bring you closer to it. So that's why I wanted to do this series on how do we wrangle fear. We don't get rid of fear. Okay, I always laugh when I see articles about get rid of fear. We don't get rid of it. It's always going to show up. It's going to keep knocking on the door, like Sheldon, in Big Bang Theory, right? Knock, 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 here I am. Knock, knock, here I am. And so we have to have the tools and know what to do when that happens. So over this next 3 weeks, 3 sessions of Takeaway Tip Tuesday, I'm going to share one tip each time to kind of help you with this. That way you are going to have some tools in your toolbox. So when it shows up, you can have an assortment of things to reach for, right? If this one's not working for you today, you can go to the next one or try the next one or try the next one. That's the idea. And on your own, you can be seeking out other tools that you can add to your toolbox as well, because the more tools you have, the better you will be equipped to manage it when it shows up. Does that make sense? I hope so. So give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, let me know. Let me know too if you have ever experienced this come up in your life where fear has held you back from something. Just type yes, in the comment box. Let me know. Because I believe it is a very big problem, and that's definitely what I've seen from the clients and other people that I've talked to. And that's why, we need to have these tools, like I said. So today I'm going to share a tool that helps with kind of what I call the human prime directive, right? And what I mean by that is we all have this underlying fear of what other people think of us, right? It's a really strong kind of primal directive, right? We really are concerned about that. Now, there are some people who really don't care. They've kind of evolved and they kind of don't care. And I'm working on that. I've gotten way better. And it came from years ago when I read something by Dr. Wayne Dyer. I love Wayne Dyer. He said, what other people think of me is none of my business. And I really thought about that. I thought, well, what the heck does that mean? But really it's true, right? People are going to always have an opinion of you. You can't stop that. And whatever they think of you doesn't pertain to me. I know who I am. I know what I'm all about. And whatever they think, it's none of my business. They're going to think that anyways. I can't control it. So why would I get all worked up about it and spend way too much of my time and energy on that, right? That's potentially hours of my life I'm never getting back again. So instead, it's just, focus on what you're doing. Know that as long as you're in alignment with yourself and you're authentic and you're doing what you need to do, that's all that matters. But I get it. It is a big issue for people, right? Worrying what other people think. So today is something that you can do to really kind of help with that. And it's called Take a Yes Day. What does that mean? Well, on your yes day, you can pick whatever day you want. You can do this as many times as you want. On your yes day, you're going to challenge yourself to say yes to things without worrying what anybody else thinks, right? If it feels good to you, if it resonates with you, if you get that signal, that inner guidance telling you, move forward, yet you're having that discrepancy with what your brain might be telling you, choose in favor of what your own self is pointing you in the direction to do. Say yes, and don't give apologies, don't feel guilty, don't feel shame, don't whatever. Maybe you want to go and try out a crazy class that you've always wanted to do, or you want to change your hairstyle, or who knows what, right? Maybe you want to go and get a unicycle and go down the bike path, right? Who knows what it might be. But if it's something that you want to do truly and deeply inside, then just do it. Say yes to things without worrying what other people think. And challenge yourself to say yes where the first directive might be no, right? Because oftentimes we'll quickly blurt out the no because of that subconscious worry of like, you know, I kind of want to do this, but I'm kind of scared because I don't really know how about this, and I might make a fool of myself, so I'll just say no because it's easier, right? It's the easy way out, right? But I tell you folks, nobody ever did anything great by staying in their comfort zone. We have to push ourselves out, right? And the angels always are nudging us out of our comfort zone because they know that's how we grow and expand, and that's our purpose in life. It's not to stay stagnant and die, it's to grow and fulfill our purpose. So that's another reason why you want to kind of challenge yourself with these things. Challenge yourself to stop worrying about what other people think and get out of that fear of that, and really see what's on the other side, right? See what's on the other side of that fence, that fear fence. And keep track of that. As you do these experiments, notice what the outcome is. You know, do you feel lighter? Do you feel happy? Did you have a great day? Did you sleep better? Did you have better interactions with people around you, with your family and friends and other relationships? Right? So notice these things, kind of go at it with a scientific mind and see what the results are. Because when you see great results, that's going to motivate you to want to keep doing those behaviors, right? Does that make sense? Anybody have any questions? Does this, you know, seem daunting? Does it seem doable? Who's going to do this? I want you to type in, I will, if you're up to the challenge of taking a yes day, right? It can be any day you want, but for that whole entire day, you're going to say yes to things where you typically might say no, and you're going to say yes to doing things that you want to do without any fear of repercussion or what other people might think, or of embarrassment or shame or anything like that. It's like free reign, get out of jail free card for you to do those things. And it is a great way to kind of, you know, practice getting out of your comfort zone. And then I would love for you guys, if you're up for this too, I would love for you to come back on here and share what the outcome was. Again, what did your scientific self discover by going through this? So let me know. I would, you know, you can share it here, but if you don't feel comfortable, that's fine. You can always send me a private message too, but I would just really, really love to get that feedback and find out how that went for you. So I'm hoping when I come back here, and a lot of people are gonna have to catch this on the replay, they weren't able to be here live, but I'm hoping when I come back on the replay, I will see lots of me toos or I wills, that people are going to give this a shot and take a yes day for themselves. So no questions, that makes sense. I think it's pretty straightforward, but again, it's the challenge is in the doing it, right? We can know things, but as I always say, you know, knowledge without action is just wisdom, right? We want to take what we learn and action it out. So that's why I always encourage people to have a takeaway. That's why this is Takeaway Tip Tuesday. Have a takeaway, something they can take away and put action into and do and try to see how that works for them. So this is just one of the tools. As I said, you're going to have another tool next week and a third tool the following week to start to build your toolbox with things that you can reach for when fear comes a knocking, because we know it will, and we don't want that to hold us back. We don't want to be that person, you know, at the end of our life who's saying that we have regrets and that we wish we would have done things differently or had courage to, you know, do things that were meaningful to us versus what everybody else around us was telling us to do, or what our fear of what others thought of us might hold us back from doing. So I hope that's helpful, everybody. Please share this out. If you feel like this is something that others can benefit from, I would love for you to share, because like I said, it is a underlying, very strong underlying thing that, you know, this worry of what others think that really holds so many people back from a life of complete joy, happiness, fulfillment, from really stepping forward in their purpose and walking out what they were here to do. And the world needs more people doing that, right? We don't need more people stuck in their comfort zones. We need people out there doing the work that they are meant to do. So I hope that's helpful. Again, make sure next week that you write down the new time. I will be back for next week's tip, tip number 2, in how to go from fear to fab. And that will be at noon Eastern, 10 o'clock Mountain, or 9 o'clock Pacific. So I hope you'll join me then. In the meantime, have a great week, everybody. Try having a yes day and let me know how that goes for you. And we'll see you next week. Thanks.